Hello, today I will show you how you can add custom settings in your Laravel website. For example, I have this title field at the admin panel that I can use to set the title of main website dynamically. First, we will create a table for settings. So we will create a migration. Now we need to open this file. We will add two columns in it, app key and app value. We can't use just key and value because they are reserved words in MySQL. We will use the app value as long text so we can save large content in it. Then we will run this migration. Now we will create a simple API to save the settings. We will create the API route. And a controller method to handle it. We need to include the controller and we will create this controller as well. And open the controller. Now we will create this save function. And this will be controllers, not controller. Here we will get all the input fields we are sending from admin panel. For the sake of simplicity, I am using title field only. Then we will call a function and pass the key and value to it. We can call this function multiple times to save multiple settings. Now we will create this function. It has two parameters, key and value. We will be using Laravel Query Builder DB. Update or insert will insert a row if not already exists. If exists, then it will simply update it. So there will be no duplicate rows with same key. First argument will be the column that Laravel search for, and second argument will be the columns that gets updated or inserted. And we will be using caches. But we want that if admin updates something from admin panel, then that settings cache should be removed so that the user will again fetch the updated value. And after that, we will return the response. Now we will call this API, set method to post. We will send the form data. We are sending title only and the URL of API. So the response has been received and data has been saved. Now we will again call the API and this time we change the title value to website title. So it is working fine. Now we need to create an API that fetches the settings value. We will copy paste this and change. In this function, we will call a helper function and pass the key that we want to fetch. Helper function will be useful in this case because you can call it directly from your views as well or from anywhere else in the app. And we will return the value. Now we need to create this helper function. First, we will go to our composer.json file. It is at the root of your project. In this, look for autoload and in this add another field, files. And here we will define all our helper files paths. We are creating a separate folder to store all our custom helper functions. And it will be an array, not object. Now we need to create this helpers folder inside app folder. And in this folder create helpers.php file. In this file we will create our helper function. It accepts key as argument. Here we will return the value if already exists in cache. If it does not exist in cache, then we will fetch it from database. Where key matches. And since we are now in a closure function, we need to define the key variable because it is coming from scope outside of it. And we will get the value of app value column. If it does not exist in database, then we will return an empty string. And since we made a change in composer.json autoload, we have to regenerate autoloader files. Now we will call the API to fetch the settings. So it is fetching correctly. Now let me try and update the value. And fetch again. And if I fetch again, it will fetch from cache, not from database. In order to confirm that it is using caches properly, I will update the value directly from database, and you will see that the API still returns old value. So let me change it to test, but the API is still returning unknown. So our caching mechanism is working fine. It will only fetch the updated value if changed from API. So that's it. That's how you can use your own custom settings for your Laravel website. If you face any problem in this, kindly do let me know.